And so the rest of the season begins. After the January transfer window was the last episode, we ended it and we now crack on trying to at least finish inside the top four, where we currently reside in the Premier League, trying to win the FA Cup, where we've got a game against Manchester City today in the fourth round, and trying to win the Europa League, where we've got the round of 32 today against Braga, where we, of course, very much hope to get through. It's the playoff, technically, but, I mean, effectively, it's the round of 32, isn't it, really, if we're being completely honest. We have SC Braga. So we hope to get through that. We hope to progress in the FA Cup today as well. We got all of those games in today's episode. We're going to sim Palace, play City, sim the first leg of Braga, play Spurs, and then depending on what the result in the first leg against Braga is, depends on whether we sim the second leg against Braga or whether I play that to try and ensure that we get through. And then Everton and Ipswich will both be simmed at the end of the episode. So we're going to do all of the month of February today. March will be more straightforward. At the minute, there's only 2 games. We anticipate that there'll be more. Hopefully, we're going to get through in the FA Cup and the Europa League. And then April and May look as busy as they usually do. So cracking on without wasting any further time. Let me say thank you to those on the board behind me for your continued support in the comment section. Lewis, Conway and TT. Thank you very much indeed. Do keep those comments coming and drop the video a like if you're enjoying the save. As ever, you know, you guys know by now, it really helps push the content to new audiences and keeps the views coming in, which of course ensures that I can keep doing this for a job and ensures that you continue to get videos. Right, Crystal Palace to begin with. We'll go and sort my starting lineup because rather evidently there's a couple of tired players in there, but effectively I think I'm just going to be able to do a straight swap. We're still waiting for... We're still waiting for Casemiro to come back from injury. Expecting to sell Casemiro in the summer window, to be fair. But we'll wait and see what you guys say about that. I'm just going to quick sim this. It's in the snow at Old Trafford, and it's a 2-0 win thanks to Kingsley Coman and Joshua Zirkzee. Lovely. The march towards top 4 and maybe more in the Premier League continues. Now, though, City away in the FA Cup, and that's an entirely different kettle of fish, isn't it? City line-up as you see them there. Ederson, Josko Vardiol, Alaba, Ruben Dias and Kyle Walker. Then Rodri and Rabiot holding with De Bruyne sat in front of them. Foden, Haaland and Grealish, the front 3. I don't know whether these are the official FA Cup graphics or not, to be completely honest. But they're the graphics we've got. I think they might just be the new Hypermotion graphics. But regardless, we're at full strength. Although Bryce Samba gets the nod in goal because he is our designated cup goalkeeper. And that's exactly what we brought him in to be. Last time we played City, we won by 1-0 thanks to quite the impressive finish from Kingsley Coman. And if he could replicate that today, I'd be very appreciative. It is smashing it down with rain here at the Etihad, so the ball is going to ping about or barely move, depending on whichever sort of pass animation you get. City with a corner forced and whipped in well. Mainu wins the header. Foden brings it down and delivers again. Here's De Bruyne. And Bryce Samba makes the stop. 2 good saves from our number 2 so far. Garnacho trying to spin away. And I tell you what, Rasmus could be in. It's David Alaba he's up against. Surely he's going to have the legs on the Austrian. Oh my lord, he might be gone. He really genuinely might be gone this early on. Rasmus Højlund, surely that's a clear goal-scoring opportunity. It's got to be a straight red, and the referee agrees. David Alaba, in the 9th minute of the FA Cup 4th round derby between Manchester sides, has sent himself for a very early bath. Rasmus properly failed. Right, free kick in. Very much goal-scoring position here. Bruno, don't let me down, mate. 3.5 bars of power. Oh... And in actual fact, it was too much over the bar. That felt like a better free kick animation, though, than last year. They have adjusted tactically there. They brought Doku on for Grealish. Now that, in theory, could just be a straight swap. And it is. Ah. What? They brought... Right. So that's not quite worked, has it? They've moved Alaba to left wing to bring on the substitute and sacrifice the left wing spot in their formation. But what the game has done is register a left wing substitution rather than Grealish going off and a centre-back coming on. So now Yeremy Doku is playing at centre-back. Not ideal for City, but great for me. But you can guarantee, yes, I'm going to feed that back to the devs as just a slight bug. And Rabiot driving forward. What we've actually done is, using the second controller, I've now brought Wilson Esbrand on at left-back. I moved Fardiol to centre-back, where Doku was, and Yeremy Doku's been on the pitch for about 4 seconds and then immediately been taken out again. So we have been able to artificially fix the situation for Manchester City, admittedly making it more difficult for myself, but it's fairer that way, isn't it? Let's be honest. Oh my lord, what a throw. Kobe Mainu looking to send Bruno Fernandes in behind. He's got the legs on Ruben Diaz, who can't get to him. Almost got himself. Oh my god, Bruno, you got to bury it. They could have been down to 9 men there if Ruben Diaz made contact. But how Bruno's missed the target there, I've no idea. We have not seen the best of Bruno Fernandes this season in this save. And that is case and point. Oh, it's our free kick. Okay. Bruno, you can make up for it, that last effort, if you can bury this, pal. Let's pop this in the top corner, shall we? Just lower than we did before for the last one. And it's side netting only. Had it been on target, I think Edison might well have had it covered. But also with the height I had on it, or the power I had on it, it wouldn't have made it over the wall. So I don't think with the input I put in, we were ever going to score. Where you going, Kevy boy? De Bruyne. Oh, it's held up in the rain for Erling here. I thought we'd done enough. Slid in to try and put him off. He turned into Martinez, I think it was, who I thought had outmuscled him. And then went to run off with the ball. Was it Lissandro? Oh, no, I slid with Lissandro there. Dallo outmuscled him, so I went to run off with the ball. And Dallo took a touch and then ran away rather than taking the ball with him. And Erling slammed home. 10 men Manchester City lead. Nice ball into Foden. Oh, why would you give me De Ligt there? No, I clearly want to Marco. Oh! You expect it to do one thing, and it doesn't. And with one... Oh, God, I'm so annoyed about complaining about the changed player. Like, if I switch from Lissandro there, DiMarco stood next to him, but he's saying to De Ligt half the pitch away, expecting me to then close him down. I just want to run with DiMarco to try and... Oh! God damn it. 2-0 City. I think we're going out the FA Cup, lads. Lovely ball by Bruno, looking for Dallo. Maybe we can get ourselves back in it immediately. We can. All right, game back on again. 2-1. Into Bruno. Going to drive. Look at the man out wide. Kingsley Coman. Little dink. I might have hit a hand. It didn't. Play continues. Dallo. Mainu. Kobe in the box. Kobe on his left. Oh, misses the target. The bench can't believe it. Nor can we. Driven into Phil Foden. Haaland brings it down. We've won the ball back, but it's only gone as far as Phil Foden, and we are out of the FA Cup. Manchester United lose to 10-man Manchester City. And really, I've lost because the game screwed me over. To be fair, I've not said that many times at all this year, which is an improvement on 24, but on that occasion, it is the truth. We're out of the FA Cup. So now the priority is win the Europa League and qualify for the Champions League, or maybe perhaps challenge for the Premier League title. But FML, we're out the cup. I'm going to start a relatively strong side in the round of... I could say round of 16 when it isn't the round of 16. I'm going to start a relatively strong side. Are you actually fit again, Casemiro? No. He came to me and said, I'm fit, boss, I'm ready to play, when he's actually not. I'm going to start a relatively strong side here against Braga. This is the playoff round first leg of the Europa League. And the result here will determine whether we do or don't play the next game. And quite frankly, after having won it in the 89th minute, I don't know whether I'm confident enough to sim the second leg or not. The second leg is at home, so I could take a risk and try. I was never going to replace you, Onana. You've not played about 2 games all season. You need to calm down. Tottenham in 2 days is not going to be an easy fixture. We are 5th in the league and they're 6th. Both are trying to get, trying to get into the top 4, which we can do with even just a point against Tottenham here, as we're level on points as it stands with Arsenal and with a game in hand. Still 9 points off top, but with the game in hand, and can close it back to 6 again, but we will have to beat Tottenham to do so. Tottenham, I think, got the better of us last time we played, didn't they? Or maybe it was a draw. I certainly have flashbacks of Heung-min Son just going straight through the middle and having everybody bounce off him. Kulusevski's on the right, Werner's on the left. Maddison behind Heung-min Son up top. It's a very strong Tottenham lineup. I think actually we drew 1-1 last time we played them, didn't we? So we'll try and win it, obviously, as we've ambitions of getting deeper into the top 4 than just by 1 point by avoiding defeats here, as we will do, to get ahead of Arsenal. Timo Werner on the wing for them into Heung-min Son, who, to be fair, did actually retain possession after the first tackle. It was only because I had someone there for a second that we actually came away with the ball there. Dallow's got nowhere to go, but it's turned around well, and then we'll loft it looking for Rashford, who's getting a rare start here out on the right-hand side. But if we can get this to Rasmus, we might. Oh, take a 1-0 lead. I was just trying to lift it over him as I knew Vicario was coming towards me. He did lift it, but Vicario got there first. Bruno. Ugarte. I don't fancy his range of passing. To be fair, I don't even know what Ugarte's range of passing is actually like to know whether I can play precise little through balls with him or not. Oh, trying to get that to Bruno, and Reguilon has nipped in well. Obviously played for Manchester United on loan last season. Son's going to go for a run, but Kobe puts an end to it. Quickly look for Garnacho, but Kulusevski puts an end to that. This is probably the most electric game we've had so far in this entire career. It is so fast-paced. Loads of space for Rashford here. We'll whip an early ball, and Rasmus is there with the header, and he's missed the target. That's not good enough, Rasmus. Loads of space there. He's got to get that into the back of the net, or at least on target. We are left wanting a little bit from Rasmus on the odd occasion, and it feels like that tends to be in big games. Lovely ball looking for Ugarte, but Reguilon gets to that first. Kobe's up. Bentancur battling with him. It will fall free for Ugarte, looking for Rashford. Driven. Cross comes in. It's just slightly under hit. Bruno will nod this down if he can. It's a foul for us, I think. It's a push in the back. Right, come on, Bruno, then. Let's have a free kick this time that goes in, please. I'm waiting for one. Oh, my God! The wait is over! Bruno, set piece God. We found the sweet spot. Now that is a goal of the season contender. I think we'll see a replay of that. Don't you? Absolute belter from Bruno Fernandes. Off the post. Technique is sensational. Side-footed. Whipped. If they jump, I'm still not sure they get there. It's up over the wall and back down again and in off the woodwork. It's an unbelievable goal from Bruno Fernandes. And quite frankly, from Vicario's point of view, entirely unsavable. Dallow. Well, Dallow's not likely to get away from Timo Werner, but he has found Rashford here. And if Rasmus can position himself well, we could be in for another. Oh, Maddison, what a touch. I'm trying to get bloody DeMarco. Oh, dearie me. Thankfully, Maddison just had the pop because space was running out. That didn't matter whether I used LB or the right stick. It still didn't want to give me DeMarco. Son. Oh, he's shaken off the attacker again, the defender again, sorry, Maddison. I'm worried about stepping in too soon here. Kulusevski still. It's a good equaliser from Tottenham. He just ran around the outside of everyone. De Ligt tried to step in and couldn't. Ben Davies and Dominic Solanke are absolutely thrilled on the bench. Tried to get there with Lissandro, couldn't, so switched to De Ligt, and as he leant in, Kulusevski just had the acceleration to get beyond him before he could get there for the tackle. See him go in with his left foot and kind of plant it and then swivel on it. The defender just couldn't get the tackle animation done in time because of the pace of Kulusevski. So Tottenham have equalised here. I'd say it's against the run of play, but to be honest, the play has been so frantic that I don't know as there is an against the run of it. It's just been all over the place all game long. No one's really had a spell of prolonged possession or pressure. Eze will just lay that in front of Bruno here. He's running from deep. Joshua Zirkzee come off the bench, but it's not really made any runs I can use there. Garnacho will stand this up. That hit Pedro Porro on the hand, but unfortunately it was inside the box, so we won't get any sort of set piece for it. Just outside, we're in a great position for a free kick. Dayan, I'll have the ball back. Thanks, mate. No! No! Come on, Eze. Jeez Louise. Come on, Eze. Oh, we get a free kick for that one, do we? All right. Zirkzee, quickly. That's not Zirkzee, is it? Well done. Eze's there. This is chaotic. That just sums up what this game has been like all the way through. Eze. Kobbie Mainoo. I'm going to keep going because they... Oh, ref. Dear Bruno Fernandes, would you like to do it again? It's only going to be a yellow for Bentancur, I'm pretty sure. It was a strong challenge. And no, it's a straight red. Red card in back-to-back played games. Now that spurred City on to get the win. That's not a red. It's a strong yellow, but it's not a red. Right, Bruno, if you do it for a second time, you're an absolute free kick god. Oh! Fucking camera angle! I didn't know Rashford had it at his feet until it was too late. Oh, man. Bruno hits the post. It falls to Rashford 2 yards out. But because the rapid camera angle, you've got to adjust your eyes and go, where's the ball? Where is it? Rashford's there. And by the time I've done anything with the stick, he's taken a step forward and run straight into the keeper. Oh, my God. William Bruno. That's a lovely tackle. It was Martinez, in fact. Son now. Oh, De Ligt tries to get there and again just isn't quite on point with his tackle. Timo Werner is going to have the pace. He's going to go all around the outside here. And he's going to pick up Kulusevski at the back. Oh my lord. What is this game of football? Well in, De Ligt. Quickly, come on. Stolen it away. Zirkzee with some room. Needs the support. Here it is. Mainoo over the top. Rashford in. 93rd minute is what we're heading into now. Zirkzee. Kobbie swings at the ball that isn't there. I think that was Eze even. And now Spurs with seconds to go. And the opportunity. I could have used the professional foul. Perhaps I should have done. I'm not going to get there. Son's in. Son's in. Martinez blocks. I'm sure the referee should blow his whistle now in the 95th minute of 3 added on. But he won't. Spurs have the corner. You know what's coming. Where's the Tottenham winner then? It's not going to exist. That was the most insane game of career mode I've had on the entirety of FC25 so far. How neither side have won it is a mystery. We will go into 4th in the table with the point, but we should have won it. I'm going to take the risk and sim this second leg against Braga. A 2-1 win away from home. A 2-1 defeat at home and out on penalties. Okay, why the team doesn't perform in simulated games in Europe baffles me. I wanted to prioritise the league at this stage, with it being just the playoff round of the Europa League. I wanted to prioritise, at this stage, getting ourselves into the top 4 and challenging for closing down at the top end of the table. We will have to win against Everton now to send ourselves back into the top 4, but that's the case as per previous as well. Everton are 18th in the league. Ipswich are bottom, so it will be Ipswich that we sim and Everton that we play. But the fact that we just lost that game to Braga is a bit of a joke, really. I really don't think that the side that I put out should have ended with the result that they got. I think that's just a bit silly. I know it's Man United, and I know they do that in Europe from time to time, but I think that's a bit silly. Fine, I'll take that on the chin. By all means, abuse me in the comments if you feel I made the wrong decision, but I guarantee you 99% of you would have done the same in that situation. So, let's go and play Everton, win here, sim and presumably beat Ipswich, and then prioritise finishing in the top 4 for the Champions League next year, because that is all we have left to play for. BS out of the FA Cup. Now the game's just crashed, trying to go into that next game. So maybe we get another chance at beating Braga? What is happening? No, I don't get another chance to see off Braga. It's just reloaded us back before the game against Everton. All right. Well, I feel like it's bullshit we lost to City in the manner that we did, because I won the ball with Dallo and then he ran off and didn't take the ball with him. Then it didn't give me the player that I wanted to switch to, and I lost the second goal against City as well. Right, okay. Then we just absolutely shouldn't have lost that game to Braga in a sim. There's no way that the side I fielded should have lost. Oh, mate, I'm so annoyed. Can you tell? Right, please don't crash. Can I go and play Everton? Thank you. Oh, I skipped it and didn't show Everton's lineup. Oh, I'm all over the place. I'm absolutely all over the place. Can you tell? Oh, I can't even press the button enough times because the menus are so delayed to actually get to performance. Oh, my God. Everton, Pickford in goal, Seamus Coleman, Medina, Keane, Mikalenko, Idrissa, Mongala, Jack Harrison, Dwight McNeil, Abdoulaye Doucouré, Cam, and Armando Broja up top. That's their bench. Mark Gay on the bench. What a signing that they're then not using. Why is Broja number 3 as well? Oh my God. I feel like I had minimal to complain about with FC25 until this episode, and now I'm pissed about everything. Great header, Harry. Brilliant from Slabhead. I don't know where Rashford's going. Casemiro. Bruno. Bruno! What a save. That was travelling from Bruno Fernandes. What can we do with this corner then? The last one floated with the wind in towards the keeper. They got advantage there. Or did they? Are we going to get a pen? We might have just gotten a penalty. No, they've got a free kick. Cool. Dwight McNeil. And Abdoulaye. Corey not sure which way to go. Backwards is the answer in the end. Mongla's on a yellow card from a foul earlier on. Here's Idrissa. He's got the runner on the right, but he's not able to use him. Well in Casemiro. Never mind, here's Jack Harrison. Our whole defence stepped there, and well, quite frankly, I didn't do anything to ask it to do so. Don't know as I've got offside traps set as any sort of tactic anywhere. They're going to take the corner short. Here's Harrison. Back to Dwight McNeil, who on his left could do us some damage from this position. Harrison. Dwight McNeil. Looks to do that damage and puts it in the stand. Back to Eze into the box. Rasmus off the bench. Oh. Couldn't have had a better introduction if that ends up in the back of the net. Eze. Bruno looking for Rasmus. No, come on, mate! Put it in the back of the net! It's loose. They've given it away. Mount looking for Rashford. Rashford with Rasmus. Gonna have to cut back on the left. They've given it away, though. Eze. Diallo. Diallo. Diallo! Saved well. Rashford. Rasmus. Eze. Bruno! Someone score, for Christ's sake! Oh, my God. Oh, cleared off the line! Ref, is that a handball in the box? Probably. Oh my God, how have we not won this game? Sweet Lord Jesus, what's a man got to do to win a game of football? Everton corner, they will win it or we will draw. That are the only two remaining outcomes. Jordan Pickford He's not got man of the match. He's got man of the season here. Medina. This game. This has been the quintessential world comes tumbling down episode, hasn't it? Out of the FA Cup. Out of Europe. Should have beaten Spurs. I got an issue with the Man City game, obviously. I got an issue with the Braga game, obviously. And how the hell we haven't scored in that game is an absolute mystery as well. It's all come falling down. I feel like Eric Ten Hag right now. It's unbelievable.
Time for just a few questions.
I'll encourage Casemiro, but honestly, I can't wait to sell him in the summer. Ahmed's been okay, but I can't wait to send him out on loan in the summer. Luke Shaw was decent, to be fair to him, but... Oh my God. Please, for the love of Christ, can we beat Ipswich in this simmed game? If we don't win this next game, then it really is an absolute Eric Ten hopeless clusterfuck, isn't it? Match day, Ipswich. Everyone should be fit. Most people are. Some aren't. De Ligt for Lenny Yoro then. That's the only change I'll make. Lads, they're bottom of the league. Of course, 8 shots, 65% possession, we draw with Ipswich. Why is this Manchester United side, regardless of what I do, still being like a Manchester United side of the past few years? I am, well, hopeless in getting them to actually do something worthwhile. What is wrong with you lads? 3 points behind Arsenal, who we have in the next game. 11 games to go in the league season. Somehow, we're still only 7 points off top. If we could have beaten Spurs, if we could have beaten Everton, we'd have been right in the hunt for the title. We're still there or thereabouts. 5 points back to Spurs, so I've got no concerns of dropping out of a Europa League spot. But, quite frankly, I want to be top 4, and we should absolutely be challenging for the title if we can, if results will actually, please, for Christ's sake, go our way. Arsenal and Leicester in the month of March, so we will also have Nottingham Forest in tomorrow's episode as well. Today sent me over the edge, if I'm honest. Today sent me over the edge. You guys are probably absolutely loving this, watching the meltdown from me. Bruno Fernandes is a free kick god, by the way, and how that free kick has not been the highlight of this episode is an absolute travesty. That's all from me for this one. Thank you very much for watching, lads. Do drop the video a like. Make sure you come back tomorrow. More calamity awaits, I'm sure. Join me for it. I'll see you then.